Wonderful to have you guys in the Zoom. Okay, very grateful. Um, those of some of you, have been very consistent in joining the Wednesday and the Saturday Zoom in our program. Just a real quick review from what we talked about on Saturday in our recent part of this journey. In our recent days, we have been talking about the human energetic structure, right?
Human.
We talked about the human energetic structure.
Oh,
Okay. We we
um,
talked about our inner state,
okay.
right? Remember
No,
that?
7 offerings. Yeah.
So there are seven gifts, right? Seven offering or seven gifts of life. And the way we remember it, we divide it into three, and then the last one.
Right.
Okay. The first three is our face, our eyes, our mouth,
That's it. Eyes,
right?
mouth.
Face, eyes, mouth. Easy to remember. The second group is heart, spirit, and body.
There we go. Yeah.
Heart, spirit, and body. Then the last one is our seed.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the point of the seven gifts of life? Why do we talk about the seven gifts of life? Why do we bother making offerings of gifts to other people? What is the point of the seven gifts of life?
To have, realize that even though you think you have nothing to offer, you have these to offer.
Okay. Okay. Why would we want to offer anything?
to, to show good merits or
Okay. We give offerings so that we can earn good merit. Okay. And our good merit literally determine the quality of our life. That's it. Okay. So from the point of view or the perspective of the human energetic structure, the good seed within us, the good seed within us that give us the fruit of a life of desirable outcome is the good and balanced merit. Or here I call it the good merit and the wisdom merit. Okay. So we in our English speaking program so far, we went through uh, the uh, the the uh, the scientific perspective that gives us the root cause of life from the mental images. Right? From the scientific perspective, the root cause of life or the good seed within us is the mental images. Positive image, positive outcome. From the religious and spiritual perspective, it is the good merit. Good merit, good outcome. It's that simple. Good merit, good outcome. Okay, and so we give gift. We give gift so that we could acquire and accumulate good merit. Okay, good and balanced merit, good merit and wisdom merit. And in the Western world, that is called a. Let me write that down for you. That is called the golden rule. Do you remember that the golden rule? Ever heard of the golden rule? Then,
I don't
ever heard
remember
of the golden rule? Hmm?
unless you talk about
I
Mr.
I haven't heard of this.
Okay. So those of you who are learning English, okay, this is your chance to learn a few concept in the Western world. There is something called the golden rule. Okay, it comes from the Bible. Okay, the Western Bible. It says,
Mm.
"Do to others what you want to be done than to yourself."
Okay, yeah. I heard
Mm.
of
That's the golden rule. Okay, do. This is
yes.
old English. Do unto others.
You want to
Okay, what you want done unto yourself. Okay, that's a golden rule. It is nothing more than what we call the law of
Protection?
causality.
Hello, causality. Oh,
Right?
causality.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
It is
Rock
sowing. Okay, it is sowing
you
and reaping.
harvest
There you go.
reaping.
Yeah, harvesting. Sowing and harvesting. Sowing and reaping. You sowed good seed, we reap good fruit. We sow the seed of goodness by helping other people, make them go positive, make them happy, give them joy, give them hope, give them peace. We will reap the fruit of joy, hope, peace. It's that simple. Okay.
Yes.
So we understand that from the root cause of life, according to the religious and spiritual perspective, both the Christian religion as well as the Buddhist religion and every other major serious religion in the world teaches that, if you want to reap the good fruit of life, we're going to have to sow the good seed. Right? We have to help other people. It's that simple.
Yes.
Okay, so very simple. And today we are going to let's see. Yeah, so according to the human energetic structure, remember the human energetic structure, we have an inner state. Okay, our inner state fluctuate between negative and positive. Our experience of life fluctuate between negative and positive. Right? Negative experience is undesirable thing. Positive experience is desirable things. And the quality of our life depends on how much, good merit and wisdom merit we have accumulated, we have acquired. Okay. So today we're going to take a look at another way we are going to experience the kind of life that we want. Okay, the desirable, positive kind of life that we want. Okay, from a entirely different perspective, we're going to use a very, very scientific approach to human life and experience. Okay, we are going to understand the root cause of our life from the perspective of science. We're going to understand what it means to have, to experience positive, desirable outcome in life from a very scientific perspective. Okay, how to create a life that we choose. Okay, how to create a life that we choose. So let's begin by considering the concept. Well, first of all, when we think about real or reality, when you think about real or reality, what comes to mind? What makes something real or what makes reality reality? What do you guys think? What makes something real or what makes something reality? When we think about the reality of our health, what does it mean to say the reality of our health? Or how about the reality of our relationship?
Good or bad?
What comes good or bad? Okay, yeah, okay. So reality has good or bad. Okay, that's a good choice of words. Okay, reality, they can have good or bad. Okay. What does it mean to matter? Does it even matter? Does it even matter? This is an English language, okay? Does it even matter? What matter? What matters to you? Okay, let me ask you, what really, really matter to you guys? Is it your health? Is it your relationship? Or is it your finances? What really matters to you? Can I get a quick response from your health, your relationship, and your finances? Which matters to you most?
Mm. For me, it's the inner being.
Okay. Okay. Well, we are in this philosophy, we already learned that the inner being is the foundation of everything.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But realistically speaking, what's your priority? What really matter to you most in terms of your, your life goals and dreams in the next year, 3 year, 5 years?
It always seems to be.
Say it again. I think the audio from your side is a little.
I'm saying it always seems to be wealth or finances or money.
Okay, okay, so that's for Sen, wealth, finances, or money. Okay, that what really matter to you. Okay, yeah. Okay, we are in this philosophy. We know that the foundation of everything is our inner being. Without the inner being, we cannot. Without a strong foundation of inner being, we cannot have health. We cannot have wealth. We cannot have good relationship. But at this moment in time, Sen, what really matters to Sen is finances, right? And words like material. Okay, the word matter brings about the word material. Okay, so. So today we're going to talk about material reality. We're going to talk about material reality, that which
Mm.
really matter to us. Okay, that which really matters to us. It is our material reality. Okay, and so that's why it's important to clarify your goals and dreams. That's why you need to know what matters to you. If you don't know what matters to you, then none of this is gonna make any sense. None of it is gonna mean anything. None of it's gonna have any value. So we begin this whole journey by clarifying your goals and dreams. We go to the mental visualization exercise that helps you clarify your goals and dream. And so everything that comes afterward, it helps you build on that seed, right? Your mental images is your seed. Everything else we're doing after that, has been nurturing that seed. Okay, so the more clear you are with respect to your goals and dream, the more you're gonna benefit, the more you're gonna make it into a material reality. We'll write that word again, matter. Okay. We'll write the word time, and we write the word space. Okay. Matter, time, and space. These are words and concepts that we use um, every day. We grow up using these words. We go to school, we're learning matter, time, and space. But it's unfortunate because we have been accumulating and acquiring unbeneficial source concept about matter, time, and space. Okay? We have not been given beneficial concept or conception about matter, time, and space. When we think about time, for example, one of the concepts that we have learned about time is that there are 24 hours in a day. Okay, everybody agree that there's 24 hours in a day. But
Yes.
that is not exactly that is not necessarily a beneficial concept of time. Because there are days where we seem to have a lot of time and we get nothing done.
Mm.
And then there are times when we have so little time, but it's very valuable. We get a lot of things done. We are very productive.
Yeah,
And so
productive.
the idea
Yes.
of having 24 hours a day doesn't really have any value. Okay, so we're gonna learn some new concept, new definition of time that is gonna be beneficial to us. It's gonna help us bring about that dreams and goals that we want, whether it's health or a relationship or finance. Okay, we
Yes.
have conception about matter, right? Things that we can see, things that we can touch, and things that we can feel. But there are things that other people can feel or sense or experience that will be forever beyond our own experience if we do not have the same concept as they are. as they do, right? For example, remember in previously we talked about the pen, right? Right, the idea of a pen. This pen, for this pen to be something, it depends on the observer. The pen is the observed object, and the observer decide that that is the pen. Right? It depends on the perceiver. If a puppy dog were to perceive this thing, then it won't see a pen. It will see a toy or a bone, and it will get a totally different value out of this pen. Okay,
Yeah.
right? A dog will have a totally different value out of it. So, so when the observer, okay, so so the question is, when is the observed object matter to the observer? When is the observed object become something or become real, for instance, for the observer? If there's no observer, then this is basically nothing. It is empty. Its essence is empty. If there is no observer, that has no meaning. The meaning comes in when the observer comes in. But what is it between the observer and the object that makes that something? What is it between the observer and the object that make that object something, give meaning to it, to make it real for them, or make it matter for them?
The oneness.
Okay, okay, we're getting there. Thank you. Good. because the Tao is a master or something mentor, so she knows the answer. But here, before we get to the awareness, it is this concept.
Vibration.
Okay, vibration of energy frequency. Okay, long word. The full description is like the electromagnetic vibration of energy frequency. Really long. But all you gotta do is remember this part. Vibration. Okay. We may refer it to vibration of energy frequency. We may refer to it as vibrational energy frequency, or we simply refer to it as vibration frequency, or just frequency, or just vibration. Okay. So we're going to take a scientific approach to this. Okay, scientific approach to this. In the universe that we live in, okay, the universe that we live in, everything exists. The building block of everything that is matter, okay, everything that is matter is made of what? Protons and electrons. That high school physics, protons and electrons. And nowadays, science has gotten even more advanced, and we can look deeper than protons and electrons. We see quarks. Okay, we see smaller and smaller particles, and we simply call it, particle. Okay. Protons, electron, they made of atom made of molecules, and us and the stars and the planets and everything. Okay, everything is made up of particles. Fundamental particle is the scientific word for that. Fundamental particle. At its most fundamental foundational level, everything is a particle, fundamental particle. Now, as these particles move, okay, as they move, particles, they move. In fact, if they don't move, we can't observe them at all. They don't exist. That is one of the fundamental law of the universe that we live in. If something does not move at all, it has no vibration, it has no kinetic energy, it does not exist. So if it moves, it exists. If it does not move, it does not exist. Okay, so particles move. Everything that in this universe move. Okay. To simplify things, we're gonna divide them into three categories. If they move slowly, or the motion is slow, okay, they move fast, or they could move ultra fast. Okay. For example, my hand. Okay, this is made of a bunch of particles. If it moves slowly, we can see it. Right? We can see it. We can measure it. It is material. It's matter. It's material reality for us. If it moves fast, then it becomes kind of blurry. It's kind of hard to perceive something that moves fast. And if my hand somehow to moves ultra fast, then it becomes invisible. And it exists in the form of wave. It exists as a form of wave, which scientists can measure by energy frequency. It's that simple. Okay? All particles move. If they move slowly, we can perceive it, we can measure it, we can experience it. If it moves really fast, they start to become blurry. And if they move ultra fast, they are beyond our perception, beyond our experience. But it doesn't mean that they don't exist. Okay? Take, for example, let's see. So this is, this is pen, right? This pen, or in my hand, we already used the example of my hand. Okay, we can perceive this hand, or how about this water? Let's use this water instead. Okay, this cup. We can perceive or experience this cup. Why can we perceive this cup? On the one hand, because it is moving slowly. On another hand, it is because of this vibration energy frequency that is what scientists call a match. A match. Vibrational energy frequency match, or a vibrational match for us as a perceiver. Take, for example, we observe a train that is traveling toward us at 1,000 miles an hour. It goes really fast. It's like a blur, right? It's like a blur. A train traveling toward us at 1,000 miles an hour, it's a blur, almost beyond our experience and perception. But if we are also traveling at 1,000 miles per hour along the train, then we can perceive the train as if it's not moving at all. Why? Because we are a vibrational match with the train. Our speed is matching. That's basic Newton's, law of motion. If our speed matches, then we can experience or perceive that other object very clearly. If we are traveling 1,000 miles an hour one way and we perceive another train another 1,000 miles an hour the opposite way, then it'll be a blur again, and it'll be nearly beyond our perception and experience, because we are not a vibrational energy frequency match. Our speed is not matching. Okay, it has to do with our vibration, our movement. Okay, we can see. Okay, we have our senses. Okay, let's talk about our senses, the things that matter. Okay, matter, material, right? Matter and material object. We can see an object. We can see an object partly because of we can see light wave, right? We can see waves. We can see wave. We can see visible wave. We can see electromagnetic wave. Okay, we can see electromagnetic wave because our eyes is vibrational match for the electromagnetic wave frequency of visible light. Red, yellow, blue, the 7 colors of the rainbow. But there are other electromagnetic waves that we cannot see. We cannot see X-ray, We cannot see radio wave. We cannot see Wi-Fi wave, even though they exist. But if we use a phone, right? We use a phone. The phone has an antenna, and the antenna is a vibrational energy frequency match for the Wi-Fi signal. Then the phone can interact with that signal, and then it can translate that signal into images and information for us to consume. The phone or the antenna in the phone is a vibrational frequency match with Wi-Fi. Right. Similarly with the radio, right? Have you ever listened to a radio, an old school radio, where you have to turn the dial in order to catch a station, right? If we are
Yeah.
completely off, if our frequency is completely off, we hear nothing. It is
Yes.
empty space. When our frequency is off, it's not matching. It is completely empty space for it. We hear nothing in the radio. Same with the TV, we get nothing. If we're close, then it starts to get blurry, or you hear static. If we're exact on, if a vibrational energy frequency or a vibration is a perfect match for that station, for that radio channel, then we get the fullness of the content of that frequency. So the idea of a vibrational energy frequency match tells us that, let me draw another picture. Okay, this is the object that is being observed. Okay, we are going to draw the eyeball, and we are looking at the object. Out here is empty space. Okay, this is empty space. Okay, so according to science, in order for the observer and the observed, this is the observer, to observe an object, the observer has to be of the same vibrational match. It is the matching that's important. When we are a vibrational match for the object, then we will see the object, we will sense the object, we will perceive the object as material reality. Okay? Traditionally, to experience something as matter, okay, material matter, to experience something as matter, we have to see it. I have to see it to believe it. Okay? We have to see it. We have to feel it. We have to sense
Touch.
it. Okay, touch. There you go. Okay, sense. Sense is like touch. Okay? But there are things that we cannot see that is invisible to our eyes, yet they are visible in the perception of another person. So there is a perception aspect to material reality. Take, for example, germs. Germs, right? Do germs exist? Are germs real?
Yeah,
Germs are
it
real,
is real, but we cannot
but
see.
we cannot see. We cannot see germs. We cannot see viruses. We cannot see bacteria.
Mm.
Ask a doctor, a a biologist. For them, they see germs everywhere. They see germs when they look at the doorknob. They see germs when they look at the keyboard. They see germs in
Mm.
their perception. And through our education, through our education in school, we now perceive germs in our awareness. We know that germs exist, even though we cannot see them, we cannot feel them. They are beyond our physical senses, but they exist in our perception and awareness. Okay, so perceive, awareness, aware. So for something to be real or something to be material, it is, yeah, if we can feel it, we can see it or sense it, measure it, that's great. But they also exist as part of our perception. Okay? Which bring to the question, like, think like inner peace. Serenity, inner peace. So the question is inner peace material reality or is it empty space? Is inner peace material reality or is it empty space? It is material reality for a person who is a vibrational match
Vibrational match.
for
Mm.
peace. It is empty space for a person who is not a match.
Mm.
Okay? How about things like love? Right? Love for one person could be enriching and rewarding. It is a material reality on a positive direction for that person, love being enriching and fulfilling. But for another person, it is forever empty space. They will never know
Mm.
what it's like. They will never experience it. They will never be able to give it because they are not a vibrational match for it.
Yes. So feeling is belong to perception or awareness?
You tell
Because
me,
feeling,
okay? Feelings,
feeling,
there's
what I
physical
think is
feeling, there's emotion, there's senses. Okay, yeah, it could be perception. Yeah,
But feeling sometimes
it
that's
could be
something you can
perception. It could
touch.
also be
because,
a sense. Yeah,
because senses we have five senses, right?
we
It's
have five
eye, it's
physical
smell.
senses. We have five physical senses. Yes, but at the same time, emotion is actually a physical sense. Emotion is actually a feeling of touch. A human body, when we feel it in our body, our physical body. Let me show it to you.
They feel cold or hot, for
So, so,
example,
so
right?
Yeah, we feel in most, it is a chemical reaction. Okay, so the physical feeling of emotion, the physical feelings of emotion from a scientific perspective, the physical feeling of emotion is nothing more than chemical reaction in the brain and in the body. We
Yes.
feel the emotion in our body. Okay, that is a physical reality. And let me show you the human energetic structure right here. Okay, we this is a reason why we started by learning about the human energy structure.
Thank you, Miss Tao, for very useful questions. Very
Good
beautiful.
question, huh? Right. Feelings, emotion, 84,000 bubbles of illusion. They are next to our four-element body. Okay, our emotion and our body is intricately tied to each other. We feel our emotion in the body. Why we have those emotions? It depends on the mind. Oh, let me have the more simple picture. There we go. Let's use this one. How about Yeah, let's use this one. This is a simplified version. Okay, we go from the inside out. In here, our will to hear, our will to see, our will to talk, our will to know. This is our true self, our inner being. As we go farther and farther away from our true self, we encounter the mind, the thinking mind. That is the human nature. Okay, that is a 16 human nature, desire, temperament, all that stuff. And then it goes out into our emotion, and then out here is our body. It goes from inside out. What we feel in the emotion is nothing more than the body's reaction to the mind. We'll get into detail. We'll come back to that later. But get it, we feel it is a reaction to the mind. Okay, our thinking, our analyzing and differentiating. The mind causes the feeling. The feeling will generate a physical response in the body. The mind generate an emotion. Emotion generate a physical response in the body, which is out here. Okay, and that is our physical reality. That is our experience of life. Okay, and all of that
Yes.
is determined by our vibrational match, vibrational frequency match. Okay, so now today we're going to focus on the scientific look at the concept of vibrational frequency match. Okay, so in terms of our experience, okay, experience of life, experience, human experience. Let's draw that again. In terms of our experience of life, as a human being, we experience human life. Human life experience. Health is a human experience. Relationship is a human experience. Wealth, finances is a human experience. Freedom is a human experience. Okay, we experience human life. We also experience the worldly stuff. Okay, the world stuff, the pen. Okay, our experience of the pen, the cup. Those are worldly stuff. Okay, we also experience something called cosmological view, which is sort of the broader, religious and spiritual stuff. Okay, we experience human life, we experience the worldly thing, we experience cosmology. All of that experiences, all of those experiences depends on our vibration, no frequency. Okay, all of our human life experiences depend on our vibrational frequency. As we said again, if we are vibrationally matched for something, we will experience it. And here we're going to get a little bit more clarity. We're going to experience a little bit more clarity. And we already divide the vibrational frequency into 3 categories: low, high, and ultra high. Okay? Vibrational frequency is a measurement of how fast something vibrates, right? All particles are moving, all particles are vibrating. If it's vibrating slowly, we call it low vibration or low frequency. If it's vibrating fast, we call it high frequency. If it's vibrating ultra fast, we call it ultra high frequency. Okay, frequency is just a scientific term that measures the number of oscillation, usually in hertz, cycle per second. Okay, and it turns out that if our vibrational frequency is low, then our experience of human life, of the world, of cosmology tend to be negative. Okay? If our vibrational frequency is low, then our experience of life tend to be negative. Okay? If our vibrational frequency is low, then our experience of life, of the world, of cosmology, is negative. If our vibrational frequency is high, then we tend to experience life in the world and cosmology as positive. Okay?
Yes.
Negative, positive. Okay, so if our vibrational frequency is high, we tend to experience life and the world and cosmology as positive. Okay, when it's low, it's negative. When we're high, we're positive. It turns out that when our frequency is ultra high, it is ultra high, we are not experiencing life as neither positive nor positive, neither negative nor positive, but we're actually experiencing a state of balance. Okay, state of balance. Okay, so when we talk about human experience, what we're really saying, when we talk about human experience, what we're really saying is our way of being. Okay, also known as our inner state. Okay, so if our inner state or our way of being, if we're being, let's say, resentful, if we are being resentful, our inner state is resentful, then that means our vibrational frequency is low. Okay, if we're being negative, well, we're being negative, our way of being is negative, our inner state is negative. If we are being negative, then our vibrational frequency at that time is low. And when our vibrational frequency is low, our experience of life is undesirable, negative, undesirable, low.
Yes.
Makes sense. If our way of being is positive, if we're being happy, if we're being joyful, if we're being hopeful, then our way of being that is positive correspond to our vibrational frequency being high. Our experience of life is desirable.
Yes.
Okay, desirable. And finally, if our way of being is balanced, okay, if our inner state is balanced, if we're being balanced, then that means that at that moment in time, our vibrational frequency is ultra high. Okay, our vibrational frequency is ultra high. And when we're ultra high, our experience of material world, here we're talking about the material life, material experience, okay? Materialistically, a person who is vibrating at an ultra high frequency, ultra balance, they are experiencing life and the world and cosmology, neither positive nor negative, they are balanced. Neither desirable nor undesirable, they just be. It is a spiritual experience. Okay? It is a spiritual experience, not an emotional one. Positive and negative relates to the mind and the emotion. Okay? Positive and negative relate to the mind and the emotion. When you're positive or you're negative, your mind and your emotion is being positive and negative. That is when your vibrational frequency is low or high. But if you can get yourself to a vibrational frequency that is ultra high, you experience balance that is neither positive nor negative. So your inner state, our inner state depends on our mind and emotion. Okay, it depends on our mind and emotion as well as our body. Okay, so I'm going to write three things down here. Mind, emotion, and our body. Okay, our way of being, our inner state, our vibrational frequency. It depends on our mind, our emotion, and our body. If our mind is thinking negative thought, we're going to drag our vibrational frequency down low.
Mm.
That's simple. If our mind is thinking negative thought, we're going to drag our vibrational frequency down to low. Emotion is going to be negative, and then our experience of life is going to be undesirable. If our mind is thinking positively, our vibrational energy frequency will be high. Our emotion will be positive. Our mind and emotion is positive. Then our experience of life, of the world, of cosmology, it's going to be desirable. Okay? And if our and when our mind and our emotion is positive, guess what? Our body, okay? Our body will also benefit from the inside out. The mind, the emotion, and the body. The mind, the human nature, the mind affect the emotion, which affect the body. So if anybody have a health, physical health, or physically body health as a concern, you might want to pay attention. Because it is your mind, your emotion that will determine the state of your body. If the mind and the emotion balance and positive, here we strive for balance and positive. If our mind and our emotion is balanced and positive, then so our body will also be balanced and positive. We will experience desirable experience of bodily experience. That is a state of physical health, good health. Okay, our mind, our emotion determine the state of our body. And they kind of and they vice versa, they go backward too. When our body is hurt or damaged, okay, when our body is hurt or damaged, that means its vibrational frequency is low, that is going to affect our mind, our emotion. We're going to feel bad. We're going to suffer pain. On the other hand, if our body is healthy, is strong, is flexible, we're fast, we have stamina, we have balance. When our body is in good order, then our mind, our emotion is also balanced and positive. That's why doctor will tell you to exercise. Our mind, our emotion, and our body, they are interrelated. Okay. And they determine our experience of life. Okay. So that's, here's the thing. When we have a balanced inner state, balanced and positive. Here we say balanced and positively oriented. Okay. You don't just try to go positive all the time. If you just go positive all the time, it's going to be easy to swing back to negative. Okay. You want to maintain a degree of balance, and then you want to orient positive. Always catch yourself being balanced and then go positive. Okay. So our experience of, external circumstances, things happen, and we have a positive experience, that's good. That is because that means that at that moment in time, our vibrational frequency is high. Okay. But here's the thing. Sometimes when we meet a person and in our interaction with them, our experience of that person can be positive. at that moment, we have a positive experience with another person. Our vibrational frequency is high with respect to that person. Our interaction with them, our experience with them is desirable. But immediately we turn to the side, we meet another person, and our experience with them is negative. Right? You notice that? You notice that sometimes we are very positive to one person and we turn around and we meet another person and they get on our nerve, and immediately our experience with them is negative. Our vibrational frequency with respect to that individual person is low. Right? So as a human being, we cannot really manage our vibrational frequency. Okay? Human being, we cannot directly manage or even measure our vibrational frequency. You know, scientists may have devices and instrument that can measure our vibrational frequency, but most of us as a human being, we cannot directly manage nor we can measure our vibrational frequencies. What we can do, okay, what we can do is that we can manage our way of being, our inner state. Okay, as a human being, we have the capability of managing our way of being or our inner state. And when we were talking about our inner state, we're talking about mind, emotion. There is 84,000 bubbles of illusion. How are we supposed to manage our mind, our emotion? Anybody have that inquiry? There are 84,000 bubbles of illusion. How are we supposed to be able to manage every state of being, every way of being? Well, fortunately, we don't have to. We don't have to deal with 84,000 bubbles of illusion. We do not have to deal with all of those emotions that comes up. We don't have to deal with all of those mental formation that forms up, or the thought. Because we are fortunate to have been given by the wise people just 3 ways of being. We can actually simplify our life into 3 ways of being. And by applying those 3 ways of being, rotating among those 3 ways of being, we will be able to make sure that our inner state is positive, our vibrational frequency is high and ultra high. And those 3 ways of being is simply this: the state of being in peace, serenity. The state of serenity, which is joy and peace. The state of being magnanimous, which is capaciousness and tolerance. And the state of being grateful and honored by people and everything. So serenity, magnanimity, and honoring gratitude are 3 states of being that we should practice focusing on all day long. And that will guarantee that we maintain balance and positively oriented state at all times during the day. Okay. So when excuse me. So when we talk about when we mention any experience of life, when we mention, let's say, marriage relationship, okay, you can kind of reflect upon yourself and ask, okay, what is my way of being about it? What is my way of being about it? In other words, what is my inner state with respect to that topic of marriage relationship? Do I have a state of balance and positively oriented with respect to that? In other words, do I feel peace and joy? Or do I feel negative? Do I have resentment? When we mention finances and business investment, what is my way of being about it? Do I have confidence that I can become financially independent, retire early in 5 years? Or do I have fears and worries and doubt? What is my way of being about it? Okay. When mentioning my health, physical health, mental health, what is my way of being about it? Am I being balanced and positive, or am I being negative? Okay. Not all of reality can have a mental image, right? We talked about mental image. That's a good seed that we need to plant, but not all reality, not all of material reality have mental images. So we need the feeling, this way of being. It incorporate the mental formation as well as the feelings, the inner state. Okay, so by mastering our way of being, our inner state, we are essentially mastering our causality of human life and experience. Okay, by mastering our way of being, we are mastering the causality of human life and experience. Because the way of being, or our inner state, is the seed, and the experience, the actual experience, is the material reality. That is the fruit. That's an important statement to make. Do you guys get that? Our way of being is the seed, and our outward material reality is the seed, is the fruit. Okay? So you got to ask, why is it that sometimes when we mention about, let's say, marriage, and we feel balanced? To feel balanced meaning, yeah, I know what marriage is like. I know how to have a good marriage. I know what to do. I feel positive about it. You're not too excited about it because you have it. It's balanced. You have it. Or when we talk about money, you get, oh yeah, I don't know how to make money. I know how to attract money. I know how to do business. I know how to do investment. And you kind of feel balanced and positively oriented. Not too excited. Okay. That is because you have the reality of it. When you have an inner state or a way of being that is balanced and positive, we say that we have good fortune. We have luck. Okay. So think about any aspect of your life. Could be your health, could be your relationship, could be your finance. And when you think about it, you feel pretty good about it. Anybody here feel fortunate to be in a good relationship? Could be a relationship with your parent, relationship with your children, relationship with your spouse. If you're in a good relationship, you feel good about it, you feel balanced about it, then we say that you are fortunate, right? Can you say that I'm fortunate to be in a relationship that is healthy and harmonious? Or if you think about your health, I'm fortunate to have the kind of health that I have today, right? Fortunate. Or if you think about your money, I'm fortunate to have money in my bank account. I'm fortunate to have a house. Well, guess what? The idea of fortune that we talked about last week, to be fortunate or to be blessed, has to do with the merit, good, and wisdom merit. Okay. So first you have to come to a realization that when we mention anything and you immediately, your way of being about it, your inner state is balanced and positive, that means you have good fortune. That means you have good and wisdom merit. You have earned, you have accumulated and acquired enough merit in that area of your life in order to have that way of being. Do you guys get that? And so
Yep.
all you got to do in order to have a way of being that is balanced and positive, then go accumulate and acquire merit. And how do we do that? Does anybody remember? How do we acquire?
Our faith
Seven
being
gifts.
the
The
seven.
seven gift. There you go. There you go. Okay, the seven gift. Okay. Okay. Do to others what you want for yourself. That's it. Golden rule, the seven gift. Good and wisdom merit. Good merit, wisdom merit. Okay. And it turns out that there is something else, okay, that is even deeper than the way of being. Something that is deeper than our inner state. Okay. Something that gives rise to the inner state. Because it is not simple for a human being. It is not simple for a human being to just immediately have an inner state that is positive and balanced. It requires something much deeper, which is our inner awareness. Okay? This is require our inner awareness. A person who has an expanded inner awareness will have it simple to to have an inner state that is balanced and positive. It is our inner awareness about ourselves, about principles and laws, about other people that will lead us to a better way of being. It is our inner awareness. Okay, so that's why this whole coaching program is about expanding our awareness. Okay, so because our awareness is the fundamental seed that when we nurture that seed, will give rise to an appropriate way of being. Okay, appropriate way of being that will elevate or raise our vibrational frequency, allowing us to experience human life, worldly as well as cosmology, in a way that is desirable and positive. So is it important to expand our inner awareness? Without awareness, we have nowhere to go. We don't know what to do. We're not gonna know which way to elevate our way of being, which way to raise our vibrational frequency. Okay, our inner awareness. So what is awareness?
Mr. Frank, can I take the picture of that one, please? Give me one.
Okay, I can get back to it, but if you want, yeah, go ahead. Inner awareness is the seed upon which we grow the tree of life and reap the fruit of desirable outcome. Okay, inner awareness is the seed upon which we grow the tree of life and reap the fruit of desirable outcome. You guys can write that down. Inner awareness is the seed upon which we grow the tree of life and reap the fruit of desirable outcome. Okay, inner awareness is the seed upon which we grow the tree of life so that we can reap the fruit of desirable outcome. That's a statement on causality. The seed of our being is our inner awareness. We began by expanding our inner awareness about our mental images. We expanded our inner awareness about human nature, about our true nature. about the mind, the emotion, the body. We expanded our awareness about merit and blessings and fortune. And now we have expanded our awareness about space and time and matter. Okay, so as our inner awareness expand, so does our tree of life will grow, and we will eventually be able to reap the fruit of desirable outcome. Okay, so what is inner awareness? Okay, inner awareness, I'm just going to say the word awareness. What does it mean to be aware of something? Okay, we use words like this all the time, but we have not have a full awareness of the word awareness or even the concept awareness. Okay, so it's really simple. Do we have awareness? If we do not have awareness of something, okay, do we, yes or no? And then there's a concept of complete. Okay. Do we have awareness of something? It turns out that with research, okay, with research and studies, the wise have helped us to conclude that when a person does not have an awareness of something, when a person does not have an awareness of something, then their inner state will tend to be negative. Okay? When they don't have an awareness of something, their inner state tend to be negative. When they have an awareness of it, they will simply go positive. And when a person has a complete awareness of something, they actually have a clear image. They have a clear concept. Okay, so let's use this convention. We're going to agree on this convention of usage in terminology. To have no awareness equates to negative inner state. So when we mention something, let's say we mention Ironman triathlon, okay? Ironman triathlon. If a person, when upon mentioning Ironman triathlon, and they have an inner state that is negative, their way of being is negative. Fear, anxiety, okay? If the inner state is negative, then we say that that person does not have an awareness of Ironman triathlon. It's that simple. If a person, let's say the person is not yet married, and somebody, the parent is saying you need to get married. Usually women get this a lot. Well, men get that too. The parent would tell a young man or woman, you need to get married. And if that person immediately have a way of being that is negative, then that person really doesn't have an awareness of that marriage just yet. Oh, but what about business investment? Okay, investment. We mentioned investment, and immediately the inner state, okay, the being, the way of being, the mind, the emotion goes negative. They're afraid of losing money. They don't know what to do. They are skeptical and doubtful of investment opportunity. All of that negativity, well, that is clearly because they don't have an awareness about business and investment, right? Because for a person who, upon hearing about business investment, they have an awareness of it, they feel excited about it. Yeah, that means they have an awareness. So when mentioning anything, a person's inner state, the way of being is positive, then we can safely conclude that that person has an awareness of that topic. Relationship with their children. When mentioning relationship with their children, if a person immediately when you think about a person, you mentioned relationship with their children and they feel positively, they have positive mindset about it, then they have a awareness about relationship with children. And furthermore, if a person have a clear mental image, if they have a clear concept and know how to go about it, then we say that they have a complete awareness of it. Okay, they have complete awareness. Okay. Does that make sense? To have no awareness, we tend to be negative. To have an awareness, we tend to be positive. And to have a complete awareness, we have clear image, we have clear concept. We know exactly what that looked like. We know exactly how to go about getting it. That means we have a complete awareness of it. And if we have a complete awareness of something, then here's where the fruit comes in. If we have a complete awareness, first of all, if we have an awareness of something, if we have an awareness of something, that means we have the reality of it. Okay? Why? Because the awareness is the seed and the reality is the fruit. Okay? How can you have a reality of something if we're not aware of it? Just like the initial example of a vibrational frequency match. If we are not a match of something, if we are not a vibrational match for something, we are not a vibrational match for something, we cannot observe it, we cannot be aware of it, and we have no reality of it. If a person who is not a vibrational match for happiness, that they are not aware of happiness, then the reality of happiness is forever invisible to them. Does that make sense? If we are not a vibrational match, we're not aware of it, we're not going to have the reality of it. But if we are a vibrational match, that means we have awareness of it, then we have a reality of it. Okay? But our reality is sometimes inconsistent. Sometimes we have it, sometimes we don't. The reality of happiness, sometimes we're happy, sometimes we're not. The reality of physical mental health, sometimes we have it, sometimes we don't. The reality of harmonious marriage relationship, a relationship between parent and children, sometimes we have it, sometimes we don't. That is because our awareness is not yet complete. So when we have complete awareness, okay, when we have complete awareness, then our reality becomes sustainable. Sustainable reality. You want to write that down. Awareness brings reality. Complete awareness ensures sustainability. Okay, awareness brings reality, create reality. Complete awareness ensures sustainability. That rhyme, does that rhyme? That rhyme, let me see if I can write that down. It kind of rhyme, huh? Let's write that one. Awareness should we say create reality? A cause reality. Awareness causes reality. Okay. Complete awareness. Complete awareness ensures sustainability. So we want sustainability of happiness. We go back to the formula. Complete awareness of happiness. You have to have clear image of what happiness look like, clear concept of how to go about getting happiness. If we want sustainable reality of financial independence, we go back to the formula of awareness, complete awareness. We have to get clear image of what financial freedom and independence look like. We have to get a clear concept, know exactly how to go about getting it. Right? If we want
So
health,
you take for granted that
Yeah.
it's positive when having complete awareness, right? We don't mention it's positive here.
Yeah, you have to be positive to have a complete awareness. That's balance and positive. Okay, that's balance and I think we can add that to it. Balance and positively oriented. Okay, to have a complete, this is really balance and positive. Balance and positive. Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
Simple formula. If we want sustainable reality of anything, we go to the formula of awareness, of complete awareness. Get clear with your mental image, get clear with your concept, and reach a state of balance and positive. Okay. And this diagram on the inner awareness is also known as the operating principle of the conscious mind or the inner state of inner awareness. Okay, operating principle of the inner awareness, operating principle of the conscious mind. The conscious mind includes the mind, the emotion. So you go here. If I want my inner state or my way of being is to be balanced and positively oriented, I need to go to work on my merit. Okay, my good and wisdom merit. Give gifts, 7 gifts, help other people. Work on my mind and my emotion and my body. Elevate my vibrational frequency of my mind and my emotion and my body. Get healthy. Healthy mind, healthy emotion, healthy body. That's how you get balance and positive. Okay, balance and positive on the right side. Okay. Yeah, few people are able to fully and completely become aware. Few people are able to be aware or to be awakened. That's another word to say it. To be aware, to become aware is to awaken. Okay? To become aware is to awaken. Very few people are able to, by themselves, become more aware. Especially when it comes to the reality of human life experience. Very few people can, by themselves, become fully aware or completely aware of the human life experience. So that's why we study. That's why we study and we learn. And that's why we need teachers. Okay. That's why we need teachers. And so my job as your coach is to help you expand your awareness. My job as a coach is to help you expand your awareness. Your job is to improve your inner state. Okay, your way of being. By way of performing good deeds, earn merit. And the way to do that is to share your lesson, impression, and realization. Okay, by sharing your lesson, impression, and realization, you are actually giving people part of your fortune. And so you're earning good fortune when you do that. Okay. What do you guys think? Let's do some interaction.
I mean,
Thank you very much.
Who wants to start?
well, I guess I'll start. And,
Yeah.
I started better this the mic on. Yeah, I finally had have a better understanding of this operating principle. I never really got a chance to connect with it. I guess my frequency wasn't vibrating correctly with it, but after you explain it, it makes total sense. Honestly, I mean, yeah, because from that science point of view, yeah, if we are not frequency matching, we don't see it. It's just empty space. So to really see it, we just have to get our frequency to match, and then this is the steps to match
Ask,
it.
double check with him. If
Yeah.
conscious or cognition. Hi, Frank. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
I think this is what you were sharing in our exam. Sen. Cognition. Is it not, Frank?
The word cognition is a little bit different than consciousness. Here I'm playing around. I'm still playing around with the vocabulary. Okay. This is called the operating principle of inner awareness.
Yes.
I call it the operating principle of conscious mind, so as to point the way to our friend, the operating principle of the subconscious mind.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I
I'm
knew
making
it
a
kind of
contrast, a
tied into
contrast
our
between the conscious and the subconscious. Yeah, I'm leading to the subconscious. So
Yeah.
you can call it the operating principle of the inner awareness. Okay. Yeah, it's not cognition. It's not inner cognition. You can,
Okay.
I think that Go Antang prefers to call it the operating principle of the inner awareness. Okay.
Okay.
But awareness is about consciousness, right? To be aware is to be conscious.
Conscious.
Similar word can be interchanged. Yeah, to be conscious. Okay.
Yes, so Frank, this principle and the other principle is subconscious. Are they related at all?
And there will be.
Yes, he's
Everything is
he's tying
everything
into
is
the
related.
subconscious. Yes.
Everything is related.
Yes.
Okay, everything is related. Okay,
Okay.
everything is related. You notice I've been sharing this, but I've been pulling slides from the other, stuff. They're all related.
Thank
Okay, so
you.
we're giving you different angle, different perspective, different ways of looking at it. Okay. So yeah, Thank you, Sen, for the sharing about that realization that everything is related to our vibrational frequency.
Mm.
Okay, our experience of life, being poor, being rich, that has to do with our, vibrational frequency. If we are a vibrational frequency for wealth, then we will experience wealth. So, how do you help a person who is poor to become rich? Many people do charity out there, right? A lot of charity, a lot of people helping. Our mission as mentor is to help people become happy. But if a person is poor, what does it say about their vibrational frequency? Are they not a vibrational frequency match for poverty and poorness? So how do we go about helping a poor person become rich? According to this formula that we just learned today, how do we make a poor person rich? How do we help people help others be happy?
Or was there an awareness? How great
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah. Raise their awareness. Help them accumulate merit. Help them change their way of being. That's a transformation, way of being. Giving people money is not going to make them rich if they are still vibrationally low. They may temporarily, they may temporarily be a vibrational match for the cash that you give them. But if they are not, the inner state has not changed, if their way of being has not changed with respect to money, right? Awareness. If when we talk about money, okay, if their awareness about money is negative, oh, I don't know how to make money. I don't trust money. I don't trust business people. Money is the root of evil. Well, you can give them $1 billion and they will still be poor. But if that person, if we change the awareness, oh, okay, yeah, it's possible. They're hopeful. They're confident. And then we give them clear image. We give them clear concept. Then we will have essentially give them the gift, good merit. We have essentially give them the gift of what? When we give a person clear image, clear concept, and a balanced and positive inner state with respect to money, for example, what gift have we just given them? Remember from Saturday, what gift? Remember which gift out of the 7 gifts? The most powerful gift of them all.
Gift of
It's not your,
wisdom.
no. Okay. Remember,
Oh, the 7
there's
gift.
a
Yes.
way. Yeah,
Each?
the way to remember the 7 gifts of life is in package. 3, face, eyes, mouth. Easy to remember. Face, eyes, mouth. Just group of 3. Next 3, heart, spirit, body. Easy. And the last one is the gift of our seat, our position. If we give people money, that's the gift of helping acts, our gift of our body, part of ourselves. Yes, we give them money. But that will only temporarily bring them to a vibrational match with money. But if we can give them the gift of position, the position of knowledge, the position of inner awareness about finance, business, and investing, then we will give them complete awareness. And by giving them complete awareness, we have essentially give them the reality. This one. Awareness causes reality. Complete awareness ensures sustainability. So I know some of you have a dream of doing charitable mission. Yeah, you want to create a charitable foundation. You want to create hospitals. You want to help people. But if you only give them the gift of your body, your helping hands, that will only temporarily give them a touch of that reality. And then they go away, they will be poor again. Or if you're helping them, if you create a hospital that will treat people for free, they'll come in and they will touch that reality of health, and then they'll go away and they'll be sick again. Right? Right? But if you give them a complete awareness, which ensures sustainability of health, that means you give them that means you give them the clear image about health, give them clear source concept about health, have them have their inner being, the inner state, get to a state of balance and positive with respect to health, then they will have health for the rest of their life. Then you don't need to treat them anymore. You see how everything ties in together?
If you just give them money, they could go spend it. But if you don't give them the knowledge of awareness of how to spend it to make money, then yeah, there's no point giving them money if they don't have that awareness.
Well, there's something even deeper than that. There's a
Tiền là
story.
hạ sách, thầy cho tiền là hạ sách.
Yeah, there's a story. Thank you, Chitao, for saying that. Yeah, there's a story. So a young man goes fishing. He likes to go fishing, and one day he catch a bunch of fish, and as he was walking home, he saw a beggar, and the beggar was hungry, so he decided to give the beggar the fish. Okay, the next day he goes fishing again, and he see the beggar again. He give him, fish again. And so after a while, he keep on feeding the fish. He got sick and tired of it. He say, you know what? Come here. Let me teach you how to fish. So he pulled the beggar along and tried to teach him to fish. And then he teach the beggar how to fish. And then the next day he comes along and he sees the beggar still begging. And he asks, how come you don't go fishing? The beggar said, well, you taught me how to fish, but I don't have a what is it? The tool.
Fishing rod.
Yeah,
Fishing
the
rod.
fishing rod.
Yes.
Okay, so this young man, being generous and kind, he give the guy the fishing rod along with baits and teach him some more. Okay, so the beggar now knows how to fish. He has a rod, he has a bait. He goes away and he comes back the other day, and the beggar is still begging. No, the rod is sitting there, the bait is sitting there. And so this generous man asked, how come you don't I taught you how to fish, I gave you the rod, how come you don't go fishing? And the beggar basically say, I don't feel like fishing, I don't want to. Begging is more appropriate for me. See, for that person, begging is his reality, his vibrational frequency match. You can try to help people by giving them fish. You can try to help people by teaching them, but if they don't actually want it, can't do anything. Can't really do anything. So it begins with, it has to begin with the desire from within the person. Yeah, so if we really want to help a person, we have to establish the desire. Right? So I always ask you guys to review your desire, your goals and dreams. Okay. So with that being said, what are your goals and dreams? Has it expanded since we last talked about it? Earlier, I'm very grateful that Sen has shared with us, this is still here, it's shared with us that his goals and desire is still, financial and material things. So I invite the rest of you to share with us your goals and desire. This is where you get clear image. By having a clear image, I can help you get the clear source concept, get you to a way of being that is balanced and positive so that your awareness will be complete and then so that your reality will be sustainable. So let's go through and share our goals and dreams and desire in terms of health, relationship, or finances. Well, Ron?
My goal is to soon retire, and I want to continue sharing this knowledge. As soon as I
Okay.
finish Mentor 7 in July, I want to learn more of this knowledge to be able to share it to other people, help others to help others, and be happy. And yeah, that's one of my biggest goals right now. And I would like to do that with my wife, Hua, who is already on that journey as well. So
Excellent. You can start opening your Zoom. Do you want to start opening your own Zoom and do the sharing?
Hua is, yes, she is going to be doing that. Yeah. And yeah, for both of us.
Awesome, awesome. Okay.
And we
I
are
would
going to
love,
be sharing with a women's center for people that are struggling, and they've already asked Hua to start sharing with them and show them how to live a happier life.
awesome. I'll
So,
be honored to assist in any way I can.
yes, we'd love for you to help assist. That would be great. We could
Okay.
even open up a Zoom. Yeah.
There you go. You're clarifying your image. Okay. And you're helping me maintain that image for you. Good. Good. I appreciate that. I really do. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Anybody else would like to share what their goals and dream? Any new updates since we last talked? Nguyen, what are your goals and dreams in terms of your health, your wealth, and your relationship? Unmute, please.
Oh, my goal is to be financial independent in about 5 years. With doesn't mean that I have to be retired, but probably like less work and more flexible schedules, more control of my time.
Good, good.
Yeah, so I can achieve other goals.
Okay, good. Anything else?
Maybe that's it for now. If I keep explaining, it's gonna be a long list. So
Good, good. That's good. You have clear image and clear concept. That's good. Okay.
yeah.
And Chikumwan, you said you want to continue to uptell this philosophy. Okay. Anything else more concrete? Any goals and dream that is more, you have to state it in a way that is a material reality. Okay. How many people do you want to uptell this philosophy to? How about Luân? Are you still there, Luân? Okay. About chị Thảo, what about you? What your goals and dreams?
I don't really have a specific goal and dream. I just think about happy life, a peaceful life, and in the journey, I can help others too to have the same thing with me.
Okay. Are you happy with your health? Are you happy with your relationship? Are you happy with your finances? Yeah, let's review this stuff. Okay. Um, remember our house of holistic wealth. Okay, house of holistic wealth. Let me see. Let's pull that out again. Let's do this one. So let me ask you, Chị Thảo,
Yes.
are you
Yes.
happy with your health? Any
Uh,
improvement? Do you want any improvement in your health?
I think it's okay. Maybe 80% the moment.
Okay, good. Are you happy with your relationship with your spouse, your children, your parents, your coworker?
80%.
Hmm?
80%.
80%? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So 80%, 100 will be perfect, right? 100 is what you want, right? 100?
Yeah.
You want 100%? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What about your finances? What percentage are you at, and what percentage do you want to be?
At the moment, I think maybe 95%.
Wow. Okay. 95% happy with your finances?
Yes. I'm happy with that.
Okay. Okay, good. Okay. Okay. So I don't need to talk to you about business anymore. Okay. If you're happy with your business, you're not trying to improve or expand, and we don't need to work on a plan or anything. Those of you who are interested in expanding your finances, let's schedule a coaching session. Okay. Alrighty. Thank you so much, Thảo, for that. Happy for you. Okay. Chị Kim Oanh, Master of Degree of Happiness Studies. When are you going to do that?
Thanks, Teacher Franks. I'm thinking about it because I asked teacher professional band to have a short consult for me for that because the resist time is this June. I think about it because doesn't matter here or in Vietnam, we should have the official roles or some degree to talk about this philosophy. So it's good chance for us even work here or in Vietnam because in Vietnam it's gonna be very have a lot of institutes in the future. They're gonna put this philosophy in the kind of the subject or topic. So if we
Wh-
have some degree officially can talk about this philosophy, is very good chance for it to be the coach either here or there.
Here, where are you right now, Chị Oanh?
I'm in Maryland. I'm in US.
Oh, okay. Oh, cool. Very cool.
And it's take
I think New
about 2
Jersey.
years. Yeah, in just
Mhm.
about 2 years for that. So I think it's a good investment if we really want to be a coach in this kind of this philosophy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um, connect with me, connect with me directly.
Yes.
Are you in my Telegram group? Where did you
Yep.
get this the link? Okay. Yeah, send me a text message. Okay. So
Sure.
I'm looking to build a team. I'm looking
Yep.
to build a team of coaches to share the philosophy of the root education. Not so much the philosophy for the sake of philosophy. Okay, don't get me wrong. You have to think a little bit beyond that. Okay, you think beyond that. The philosophy of root education is the tool to help people get to the state of serenity, magnanimity, and honoring gratitude. It is a wonderful tool to bring people to a state of inner peace, tolerance, and gratitude. Okay? That is a wonderful state of being, a way of being. It is a wonderful state that the Christian Bible called it the kingdom of God. That is heaven on earth. Okay, that is the goal, not so much the spreading of the philosophy. You have to make a distinction between the two. There is the help people become happy versus there is the spreading the knowledge. Spreading the knowledge to help people be happy? Yes. Spreading the knowledge for the sake of the knowledge? No. That is attachment to identity. That'll lead to suffering. Do you get the difference? So I'm looking for a team of people who truly, authentically want to help other people be happy, help others be helping others, help others be happy. And in this and in this philosophy, up till now, for the past, 10 years or so, in the past 7 mentor, most of the time we have been helping people with the non-material aspect, right? The non-material aspect. So the way it is like this, let me share this with you. Okay, so this is philosophy of root education. It is a tool, a vehicle to help people enrich non-materially, mostly non-materially. Okay, enrich non-materially, right? This is wisdom, right? Non-material, wisdom, mentality, character, integrity, a little bit of physicality, right? Those exercises that we do, some competency. But even Thầy Toàn, in the early days, he said he's not here to give us the material wealth. We have to do that. And when we have these 6 light in our house, the material will come, and that's great. What I'm doing is I'm helping people enrich the non-material aspect and top it off with material as well. Okay, so it's going to be complete. It's complete. So in my coaching program that some of you are participating, I'm helping you elevate your non-material aspect, and I'm going to top it up with your finances. When you are ready, when you say, Frank, I'm ready for that financial independence, I'm ready for that financial freedom, I'm ready to build that hospital, I'm ready to free myself from time constraint, so that I can go wherever I want, so that I can, reach that state of 6 great prosperity, and we can sit down and we're going to talk business. Okay, and I have that. So I'm fortunate to be in a group with people who have that, and they are ready and willing to handhold you and to help you how to do business, provided that we are already rich in mentality, wisdom, character, integrity, and all that stuff.
May I ask, what is the net worth of the business, please?
Good question. We'll talk about
Net
that in another
income.
day. Good. Okay. Good. Good question. Okay. Keep asking, and then yeah, we'll talk about that on a separate session. It's not part of this this topic for today. But that's the idea. Okay, the idea to have this complete house, to have this house completed all the way to the top. Okay. Okay, so I need coaches. Definitely gonna need some coaches. You don't have to be a coach, okay? But you do have to be what we refer to as being holistically rich. You have to have the wisdom, you have to have the mentality, you have to have the character and integrity. And remember the barriers, the 6 barriers? Oh, 6 barriers. You have to have transformed if you want to succeed in any business, okay? Not just my business, any business. You will have to have shaken loose of the self-realization, no longer think of yourself as not good enough. You have to no longer fear failure, no longer fear criticism, no longer fear the lack of condition, lack of knowledge. and we already help you start to build your future vision, right? What those visualization exercise. So this whole coaching program is about removing these barriers. If you love yourself enough, if you love your family and your organization and society enough, I just feel like reviewing everything today. Okay, there you go. If you love yourself enough, if you love your family, your organization, and your society enough, these are called 4 debt of gratitude or 4 survival motivation. If you have enough love to transform, to break free of your barriers, then I will be able to guide you to be complete, to be whole, perfect, and complete. Okay? What would your life be like when you are free from fears, from worry, from anxiety, from stress, freedom with time, freedom with money, okay? Freedom with your health, right? Do anything you want without pain. Freedom with relationship, be able to speak and share yourself with people without having any constraint. Very happy for Ron for the recent transformation with respect to Ron's relationship with his son, right? Congratulations, Ron, and it's always in the work.
Can I share something, Frank?
Yeah, please do. I love it.
While I was doing the exam, you would not believe who texted me, my son. Right when I was sharing about him, his name showed up on the screen. It just shocked me. I couldn't believe it. And yeah, he wanted to meet me last night, so I met him after the exam. And yeah, it's my relationship is really growing with him, and I thank the knowledge for that. Thank my ability to be able to change myself before I can. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you are now a vibrational match for a good relationship with your son.
Yeah.
See, everything ties together. Okay, you are a vibrational match for a good relationship with your son. Okay. So some exciting things to look forward to. Okay, some exciting things to look forward to. Okay.
I was thinking about something else. Like when we went to Sapa in Vietnam, Hoa and I both bought some food, and we were delivering it out to people that are not that wealthy. And I was thinking of what you were talking about is just kind of a short-term band-aid for them to eat. And when we walk away, they live the same way again. So it's that's the way they chose, and what they need is the knowledge and guidance to become.
We can help them. We can help them. We can help those poor people when we give them money by not only give them money or whatever that we give it, but also give them the gift of our honoring gratitude.
Yes.
If they don't want to learn, you can give them the gift of honor and gratitude. Thank you for the chance to, thank you for receiving my gift. That's that's how we can protect their merit. Because if they receive our gift, that means they're expending the merit. Every day we're breathing, we're expending, we're breathing, we're expending everything, we're enjoying the sun, the air, we're expending our good fortune. And to protect them from expending the good fortune when they receive our gift, we have to give them the gratitude. So by essentially, they are doing us a favor. They are doing us a favor by receiving, and thereby they earn a little bit of merit that protects them from going downhill. That's why the Buddha went begging. Okay, Buddha wasn't lazy to work; he went to beg so that he can give us a chance to give. He help us, and so it is merit is like a currency, like money. Okay, currency, money has to rotate and circulate. Same thing with merit. So we can protect another person when we do something good for them. When we do something good for them, we have to realize that they receive it, they expend in order to protect their expense and not deplete the good fortune account. we have to replenish it by being grateful. By being grateful, meaning we are receiving, we're receiving the gift of their gratitude, they earn merit. This is high level stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is awareness expansion. It takes wisdom and awareness. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm very honored for your presence. Okay. I'm particularly grateful that you guys taking the time to turn on the camera to share. Okay. Yeah, and I will speak to those of you who are interested in developing, helping people enrich non-materially and materially. At the same time, we acquire material wealth for ourselves as well. Right? Thầy Nhật Anh has been talking about activating our material, portal. Ji-on would like to ask, Ron, can you explain why you have connection with your son based on your knowledge? Yeah, go ahead. And how did you use your knowledge to transform your connection with your son?
Through my subconscious, I was able to acquire my hearing, my seeing, and talking and knowing. I can level wisdom number two with root cause of our own life. I can change the image within myself through my hearing, seeing, talking, and knowing. And I can come to an inner peace within myself. I mean, he could disappear again tomorrow, and I'm not attaching to that anymore. I am able to let that go. If he disappears tomorrow, that's what happens. But I'm still here. I'm still living my life, and I don't attach to that problem anymore. I acquired it through my hearing, seeing, talking, and knowing.
Isn't it a wonderful paradox? Isn't it a wonderful paradox that by letting go, you are able to possess?
Yes.
Right? There's a nice little saying. If you truly love something, set it free. If it comes back, it was meant to be. If you truly love something, set it free. If it comes back, it was meant to be. And Ron has been able to utilize the power of the mental image, okay, the formula for the root cause of life, the seed within us, the good seed within us, according to the formula for the root cause of life is our mental images, what are some positive mental images that you plant and nurture with respect to your
For my
relationship with
son,
your son? Yeah.
I planted a seed where I didn't need to argue with him anymore. I planted a seed where he could see that I was accepting him for who he is as well. So he was able to see that, and the way I talk to him now, we're not arguing. I don't argue back. I just accept what he's saying, and I know he's talking. And I know I'm seeing and I'm hearing, and I just know that he's talking, and I know what I'm saying as well. And I know what I'm going to say more in a positive energy, out talking. Yeah. I don't come out saying anything negative anymore. I just let it come in, accept it for what it is. And yeah.
Wow. Bring tears to my eyes. Yeah, I'm very touched by that. Okay, yeah. Powerful stuff, huh? Powerful transformation that you've been experiencing. Okay, a wonderful breakthrough. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing that.
Yes. Thanks
Yeah,
for letting me share. I appreciate
yeah,
that.
you're making a big impact. Awesome. Okay, anybody else would like to say anything? So for the new people, Nguyen and then the new people, You learn some of the vocabulary. We talk about wisdom level 2. We talk about wisdom level 3, and we're talking about all of that stuff. It'll be upcoming in the next few sessions. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So for now, thanks again, and I'll see some of you on Saturday.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Thai Frank. As always, I appreciate your sharing. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Okay. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you, thầy Frank. Thank you, everyone.
Bye, Lon.